Hi, beautiful souls. This is Sadhana, and welcome to my channel. Today we'll have a look at independently published tarot decks that have made their way into my collection over the past year or so. I'll likely divide this show and tell into two parts, so be sure to come back for part two. I'll share with you my favorite cards. We'll look at each deck's strengths and weakness and how I'm getting along with each of the decks. And I'll also let you know whether I think the purchase was worth the money that was paid for this indie deck. So let's get to the cards. This is the second printing of the fourth variation of the Jonasu Tarot, which I have been coveting on Instagram for a long time. And I was really excited before Christmas when she announced that the fourth version was going to come out. Unfortunately, she oversold. And I missed out on that. I actually ended up getting a refund and recently had an email. And so now I have this deck as well as the stunning, which I will show you next. I was really drawn in by the color palette of this deck. I love that it's Marseille based, Jodorowsky variation of Marseille. And there's a lot of her own thought and consideration into some of the cards. And I'll just show you a few of them that really speak to me. So in each of the minor suits, we have a different flower. So if you like the energy of plants, that might be something that, really speaks to you. The deck is, the language is in Galician. So from the northwest corner of Spain. This is one card that I really like here. So this is the Five of Cups, kind of that he loves me not kind of energy with 5 petals left on the leaf. This is the Lover's card, which I find immensely powerful. Her choice of flowers and just the gesture, the color of the skin. This is the 8 of Pentacles, and the young woman sitting on the grass there is doing Nadi Shodhana, so that alternate nostril breathing, bringing balanced energy into the body. Pretty powerful 6 of Swords here too, with the young woman holding her pregnant belly. I have yet to start working with this deck, but I have a feeling that it is going to become a workhorse deck. For me, I just feel its energy passionately. It is not high production quality. I did spend a lot of time edging the deck in purple today, and because it is a little rough and the corners are not cut perfectly, it took a lot of, it was a labor of love to get that done. This is the second printing of the first edition of the Stunning Tarot, also by Jonasu. So same story as the last deck. It should be available soon on her website, which I will link in the description box below. And let's have a look at a few of the cards. I just find some of these really intriguing. Also going to be a very intuitive read kind of deck. Hanged Man, the Fool. And look at the Fool in comparison to the Hermit. Really kind of interesting energy. And this Chariot I really like it. I love the choice of the red and the purple. Here's the Death card with the snake coming out of its skin. And then the minors have a multicultural feel to them. So for the Cup cards, we're kind of in the Arabian subcontinent. Maybe you could even say a little bit of a gypsy vibe to them. And then the Pentacles are, if you know your Egyptian pantheon of gods and goddesses, that's the energy for those ones. And then the Swords, which are the same color as the Cups, are underwater. So we have a lot of mer energy. And then the Wands are very witchy. They're really cool. So there's the Ace of Wands. Really like that, bashing that wand into the ground. Yeah, so they're purple. Next is the Stolen Child Tarot by Monica Knighton. This is based on the poem, The Stolen Child by W.B. Yeats. We have the suit of brine for water, the suit of oak for pentacles. Kind of like this card. It's very cool the way this hand is around the chameleon, making a peace gesture. And we have flame for wands. So there's your 2 of flame. And for swords, we have zephyrs. There's the Tower card. This Empress card is pretty sweet. And there's the Chariot and Temperance. Love this Nine of Brine. I'm just going to read you the first stanza from the poem in case you're not familiar with it. Where dips the rocky highland of Sleuthwood in the lake, there lies a leafy island where flapping herons wake. The drowsy water rats, there we've hid our fairy vats, full of berries and of reddest stolen cherries. Come away, O human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Look at that. It's a pretty sweet card, the Page of Wands. Next is the Numinous by Noel Arthur Hempel. This is the only deck I'm showing you today that comes in a large box with a large guidebook. This is another brilliantly colored deck that checks off so many boxes. Let's have a look at a few of the cards. So there's the World card. As far as diversity goes, I don't think you're going to find a better deck. The Wheel of Fortune. Now the suits in this card are really interesting. So for the Suit of Pentacles, we have the Suit of Tomes, which is really well done. For the Suit of Cups, for the Suit of Water, we have Vials, which is really stunning. This ace is just magnificent. I love how that water's making the heart shape there. For the Suit of Air, we have Bells, which works really well. Kind of like this suit. This one and the Suit of Pentacles, the tomes, the books, works really well for me. And for the Suit of Wands, we have Candles. There's your ace. 9 of Candles. It's a really awesome card. Creator or Creatrix of Candles. And then the 6 of Candles. Next is the Lowrider Dachshund Tarot, and I have done a full walkthrough of this deck. I'll put a card for you up in the corner. This one does come with a guidebook as well too, quite a substantial little guidebook. All of the cards in this deck are landscape to mirror the shape and the energy of the Dachshund. It's a really sweet deck. There is an alternate death card, which I do show in the other video. The moon with the wolf in the shape of the moon. Love this 6 of Wands. Next is This Might Hurt by Isabella Rotman. It does come with quite a chunky little guidebook. This deck has a soft color palette and it is a contemporary take on the RWS. It also has these lovely holographic edges. Here's the Empress, which I absolutely adore, as well as the 9 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, 2 of Wands. Love this 5 of Wands with the dog fight, 6 of Swords, 7 of Swords. This wasn't part of the plan for this video, but I thought it might be fun to look at a few of the cards side by side from This Might Hurt on the left and the Numinous on the right, because both of these decks do a great job with diversity and bringing contemporary issues and contemporary situations into the tarot. Empress and the Nurturer. 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands, 9 of Wands. I showed you this card already. And I'm going to show you all the kings. So there's your King of Candles, King of Fire, 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups, King of Cups and King of Vials. Two of Bells and Two of Swords. And the 3. I really like what the Numinous did with the 3. I just feel that energy. And same with this 9. I wanted to show you this 9. Just the noise of the bells. There's something about, it's one of the things I really appreciate about the Numinous is that suit of bells. And like I said, the Pentacles. Here's the King of Swords and the Mystic of Bells. Two of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. This is one of my favorite cards. I love this one. Six of Pentacles. So they're really different decks, and this one might be a little easier to read straight out of the box if you're familiar with RWS, but they do have some similar qualities, and they both do a really, really good job with diversity. Next is the Groovy Wait by Tarot Collectibles, and I have to say this is my current favorite RWS deck. Love the Guru card. Here's the Moon. Six of Cups. I have done a full walkthrough of this video in comparison to the Trip and Wait, so I'll put a card up above for you. Queen of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. Two of Wands. Lovers. Knight of Cups. Let's do one more. Here's the Queen of Cups. Next is the Pholarchos Tarot by Carmen Sorrenti, which is quickly becoming a favorite deck. This is intended as a healing through dream work, healing through liminal spaces kind of deck. Let me share with you some of the cards in case you're not familiar. The Minors look a bit like a personal journal. Not intended to be complete thoughts by any means, but just a part of the journey through each of the minor suits. And another cool aspect of the Minors is that there is a progression of color. So this is the suit of Pentacles, and there you have the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So there's more color in each subsequent card. The aces are black and white. The 10s are almost full color. So there's the ace and the 10 of water, the ace and the 10 of fire. And then this is really cool. So these are two of the trails, the knights. That's the Knight of Water and the Knight of Fire. And the idea with the trails is that they lead you into your journey, into your dream world. Here's a few of the majors. There's the Empress, Strength, the Tower, which is one of my favorite cards, and the Hanged One. These are the backs of the first group of decks. On the top left is the Numinous, and then This Might Hurt, Groovy Wait, Lowrider Dachshund Tarot over here. And then on the bottom left is the Stolen Child, the Pholarchos, Jonasu, Jaus, and Stunning Tarot. You can see the top 4 are standard tarot size and the bottom 4 are not. The Numinous on the top left and the This Might Hurt both have gilding on the side. So this one has a gold edge and this one has the holographic blackish edge. The others are not. And as far as shuffling and cardstock, they all do pretty well. I also wanted to comment on value. And I truly believe the most important consideration is that you're actually going to use the deck. You're going to work with the deck. If we're talking dollars and cents, the Jonasu, Jaus, the Stunning, and the Stolen Child were the most economical at under 50 Canadian dollars. And all of these decks here were under $70. Let me know if you have any questions about this first group, and I look forward to chatting with you in the comments below. See you in part 2.